How's it going out there? Welcome from H2TechVideos. Today I want to go over 6 things that I like about Apple Maps. Okay, Apple Maps has kind of been getting some bad press because the actual maps in the navigation program or in the GPS, whatever you want to call it, the maps are a little incomplete and they're still working to complete them. Aside from that, there are some really awesome features that have been built into this program that if you were to compare it to the original Google Maps that was on the iPhone, this is a vast improvement over what's been there. So let me go over some of those things right now. The first thing that is a big improvement, this is my first like, is that this little window right here, these are your turn-by-turn directions here. It's a lot bigger. On original Google Maps that was on the iPhone, it was really small at the top of the screen, and it always bugged me because it was so difficult to be able to see that next direction because one, the text was small, and I just felt like you had to like strain your eyes to really see, okay, where am I going next? What is my next direction? So it's smart that they've made this nice and big. They've even included a little arrow now that actually points out the exact direction that you're supposed to go in. So it's like really making it easier for you to make sure you're following the directions properly. So that's my first like, my first pro. My second like about this app is that it now has voice turn-by-turn navigation. So it will say in so-and-so miles turn right and so-and-so miles turn left. It walks you through and it talks to you, so you can literally have it mounted on your dashboard and you don't even have to look at it. It will just tell you like it's time to turn. You have this many miles, this many minutes. So great plus. I think it's awesome they've added that. Google Maps has had that for a while on Android, and if you don't have turn-by-turn navigation with voice, you're missing out. So it's nice that they finally added this feature. So that's my second like. Let's move on to my third like. On the home screen now, or excuse me, on the lock screen, let's say if you were to lock the phone by accident, or maybe the phone was to go to sleep and you wake it up, your route is going to be on the lock screen. So right now, as you can see, this is the bar you would normally see to unlock your phone. It's showing me how many miles I have left. It's telling me what street I need to take, and I can see my map. So I love that they've added this feature because even Google Maps on Android doesn't have this. It doesn't give you the ability to actually see your map and kind of give you those directions from your lock screen. You still have to unlock the phone first to get back to your map and your direction. So this was a very big distinguishing feature that does separate Apple Maps from Google Maps. Okay, now that's just one thing. Now there's a lot that Google Maps does that this doesn't do, but I'm trying to highlight just some of the things I like about it since I have been using both navigation programs. Okay, next thing I like, this is my fourth like. Now I'll just blur it out, whatever. You have notifications now when it's time to make a direction. So for example, if you're not in the navigation app or you're not in Apple Maps, whatever, a notification will pop up when it's time for you to make your turn or your next detour or whatever. So this is really cool because a lot of times we're using the map, but we're using other things. Like for example, right now I was typing, or I was looking up a phone number, and it was time for me to turn. So it just was cool that it popped up and said, hey, make sure you make this turn, da da da. I'm still on my route. So great feature. I love that there's now notifications on your next direction when you're not in the app. Okay, so I think that was my fourth like. This is my fifth right here, and basically now Apple Maps has auto reroute. Now this is a feature that Google Maps on Android has also had for a while, and you pretty much have to have this, and let me tell you why. I don't know if you've ever used Google Maps on the previous iPhones and the previous operating system, but when you got off course, you pretty much had to end that route and you had to start over. Well, now you don't have to do that. The phone itself will acknowledge that, hey, you're not on the right path, and it'll automatically reroute you and find the best route to get you back on the course you're supposed to be on to get to where you're going. So this is definitely an important feature, and I'm very glad they've added this. So that's my 5th like. My 6th like is this. So when you're driving now and you're on the street especially, it'll actually show you every street that's coming up, and it shows you the name. So like Washington, Keystone right here. And the cool thing is, and I'm pretty sure in terms of what I've seen when I was driving, like it's pretty much every single street. And I think all the streets on one side are the streets that have lights or major intersections, and the ones on another side are like the side streets. But I just love the fact that like you can literally see every street that's coming up, because that's one of the things that can make it difficult to miss your turn, is you know what street you're looking for, but you may not be able to see that sign. And guess what? Well, now I know it's Keystone because the map is telling me this is the next intersection. I don't even have to really focus in on the signs, because this is telling me that's the next street that's ahead. So love that feature. Very awesome. Very just a cool thing they've added. It's going to make it a lot easier to navigate when you're driving, trying to find an address or whatever. In conclusion, this was 6 things I like about Apple Maps. Again, give Apple time to fix the maps. Apple has issued an official apology saying that the maps weren't not really ready or up to par, and they probably needed some more work. So with all that being said, the interface is still really nice. I like it, and you know, give it time, let them fix the maps, and I'm sure you're gonna be pleased using this GPS program. Alright, so if you found this helpful, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to H2TechVideos, and keep watching. Alright, have a good one.